Alright, so we are gonna do a Brawlhalla tier list of every stage. Alright, so when I say every stage, I don't mean every stage, I just mean the base stages for everything. So for instance, we have the Great Hall down there. I am just gonna do the Great Hall. I'm not gonna do the small Great Hall or big Great Hall, just Great Hall. Alright, let's get started. So Apocalypse. Apocalypse is pretty cool. It is a pretty flat map, and it has a platform which moves slightly. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that this is just my personal opinion. As always, none of this is factual. This is my opinion. And I don't really like platforms too much. So if this was just a completely flat map, I would put it in the S tier. However, it does have a moving platform, and I don't really like platforms. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. Blackguard's Keep. So Blackguard's Keep is pretty decent. This is one of those very rare cases where I do actually like the platforms on a map. They're not like super close to the actual area itself, and they can be handy for sometimes. I do like the moving up and down thing, and the music is quite tingly as well. However, they do have more platforms, and although these platforms are better than most, I am gonna put it in B. Blackguard's Keep goes in B tier. Grumpy Temple. I absolutely hate Grumpy Temple for one reason. That little triangle in the center though. Not only for throwing weapons, for doing sigs, for gravity cancels, anything. No matter what I try to do, that triangle always gets in the way. If that triangle was not there, I would put it in A tier. But purely because of my hatred for that triangle in the center, I'm gonna put it in D tier. King's Pass. To be honest, no one really likes King's Pass. It has a death pit. The thing is so unsymmetrical, and the platform is just slightly in the way sometimes. Like, be honest with yourself. You don't like King's Pass either. I don't like King's Pass. No one really likes King's Pass. I'm just gonna put it in the F tier. Lost Labyrinth. Lost Labyrinth is decent. The stage moves, so does the platforms. However, the platforms are irritating because they are so close to each other. So like, if you're trying to go through a bunch of them at the same time, although you can go straight through them, if you just like click off once, your enemy's already gone by the time you get to the other side. It also is really, really unsymmetrical if it is in the point that it is right here. But if it is in the other form, where the platforms are twirling in circles and the stage is flat, it is still pretty annoying. Purely because the platforms move and you have the platform in the center though. This thing is just completely full of platforms. I don't really like it too much. I'm gonna put it in D tier. Mammoth. Everyone loves Mammoth. Mammoth is great. Even though it does have a platform, I like Mammoth as well. The range at which you die around the map is pretty good. And then if you look closely, I'm actually gonna enlarge it right now. Now, if you look closely at the hill in the background, you see a little smiley face, the two eyes and then the mouth though. So I do really like that about it. So this map here is pretty much perfect in every way. It even has a little smiley face in the center. This is gonna be one of the few maps that I'm gonna put in S tier. Now, I say this is one of the few maps that I'm putting in S tier, but Miami Dome. Miami Dome, just the music alone is enough to put it in A tier, but it is also a pretty flat map, where the platforms are pretty far away from each other, not making the map too difficult to go around. So with that being said, it's gonna be another map that goes in S tier. Shipwreck Falls. I do like Shipwreck Falls. The background is awesome, the map is awesome. It is a flat map with no platforms, which I love. However, the walls are so tiny. If the walls were like a normal size, I would put it in S tier. But since the walls are so tiny, I am going to put it in probably A or B. I actually don't know. I'm just going to leave this for later. The Enigma. The Enigma's pretty cool. I actually just like it's like, so say the map is moving around, and then you can easily get some noob trapped under it. Now, most people don't play against noobs, but it is just fun to watch them squirm. If the two platforms on the sides though did not exist, I would like this map a lot better, because the top one is pretty far away, but however, I don't really like it too much, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. Twilight Grove. Twilight Grove is pretty cool if you're playing in a large group of people. But that's really all about it has going for it. It's like it's one of those maps where you don't really take it too seriously. It's more of like a joking around map. Twilight Grove along with Brawlhalla, and then also Twilight Grove is one of those maps you just like have fun with and like joke around with. So with that being said, it's not a horrible map, but it's not a good map. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Great Hall, I really do hate Great Hall because I main gauntlets, so the side platforms though make it pretty hard to do anything. There's also quite a few kill options with gauntlets that involve up, and as we all know, Great Hall has a huge roof. I'm not really a big fan of Great Hall, so I'm gonna put it in the D tier. Titan's End is awful. There's no going around that. Titan's End is awful. It isn't, like, the map itself looks cool, but just how it plays is awful, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't need to say any more besides this map is awful. I'm gonna put it in F tier, obviously. Twilight Grove. I do like Twilight Grove. It has a lot of platforms, and it has a little island, though, which a lot of camping spammers tend to use. However, most people aren't camping spammers, and I do actually enjoy this map. There are a lot of like side things there, which I tend to usually not like, but I do actually like this map. I'm gonna put it in V or A. I actually don't know. I'm also gonna save this map for later. Brawlhalla. Like I said earlier, Brawlhalla is one of those maps where you just play around with your friends. You don't really do this to take seriously. You just play around with your friends, have a good time. It is a good map though. I'm gonna put it in C tier. No, B tier. I'll put it in B tier. Plains of Passage. Plains of Passage, it would be the perfect map if it did not have that huge platform on the top and was so close. That platform has killed me so many times because it is just a few pixels too close to the ground where if I throw a bomb, I get launched. If I do a gravity cancel sig, I miss. Like, pretty much everything. I really don't like this map. I used to like it when I was like still first playing, but I don't really like it anymore. I'm gonna put it in D. Thunder Road. Thunder Road is a pretty good map. It has quite big walls. The music's kind of cool. It is a pretty flat map. The only thing bad about it is the fact that it has a platform in the center there, which makes it kind of difficult to use. But that being said, I'm going to put it in A tier. If it was just a completely flat map, I'll put it in S tier, but I'm going to put it in A tier. Tree Fort. Tree Fort, to be honest, I don't really like Tree Fort. I would put it in D. But, okay, so here are my reasonings, okay? There's two side islands, both of which are not symmetrical, which are not that good, to be honest, because you can hide in there if you're playing like a big group of people. Really the only thing I like about it is the art, and then the fact that the platform for it is pretty high off the ground, so it actually is pretty useful to use, and not just, it doesn't get in the way. But I don't really like it too much, but it's not horrible, so I'm gonna put it in C. Alright, so these last three maps are actually so new that I couldn't find just like a picture of it. So these next three maps do actually have like people playing on it, but you still know what it is. Demon Island, for me honestly, is my favorite map. It is completely flat, the walls are a decent size, the roof is high but not too high, the kill boxes all around it, the art style and the music is dead on. This is my favorite map for every way. I'm gonna put it in S tier, obviously. Crystal Temple. Crystal Temple is decent. However, the platforms are so close to the ground that they can get really annoying. The art style and the music is pretty good, but just those platforms makes me want to put it in B tier. Because it is a decent map, but it's not horrible. You know what, no, I'm gonna put it in C tier because of the platforms. Temple Ruins, this is the newest map. I honestly hate it. the platforms, there are a lot of platforms, and they are so squished together that it is really annoying to use. There's also 2 side islands, which are the same height as the highest platforms, which again make it difficult to use and maneuver around. The art style and the music is good, like most maps on here, but I really don't like it. This is gonna be a map that I put in the F tier, to be honest. Okay, so we are back to the maps that I couldn't decide upon, which is Twilight Grove and Shipwreck. So Twilight Grove, I had a good think about it. I'm going to put it in the A tier, because although it has platforms, I do like them, and you can maneuver around them pretty well. The only thing bad about it is that the fact that the side platform is halfway, well not halfway, it's about a seventh of the way over the actual map itself, which is, yeah, it's decent. But if it was completely over the air, it would be better, just slightly. I'm gonna put Twilight Grove in the A tier, and then the last one is Shipwreck. I couldn't decide upon this, but I'm gonna put it in the A tier as well, because it is a flat map. It is pretty much Demon Island, but with shorter walls, and that is the only thing it has about it. But I do really like it. It is a flat map, no platforms. The only thing wrong about it is that the walls are pretty tiny, making it pretty easy to edge guard. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!